Hello, everyone, and welcome to Girls from These Worlds. I am your keeper for this evening, Sade, or Ambrose, she, they pronouns. And tonight, welcome to the next part of the Arcane Core Seekers. And sorry, my brain. It's a Monday, people. I'm so sorry. We're going to be starting off with episode 5, Black Sheep's Clothing. Ominous title. Don't even worry about it. It's probably all fine. We ended on a bit of a cliffhanger, as I am known for, before we went on hiatus. And we are going to pick back up. Hopefully, it won't be too intense. But without further ado, let's introduce our cast. Iris.
Hello, my name is Iris Wyndham, and my pronouns are she, they. I will be playing, as always, Cordelia Bennett, your monstrous for the evening. Pronouns
Cool,
she,
cool,
her.
cool. We'll see. Vin's not here. Vin would be next. We'll probably, hopefully, we'll see Vin a little later. But technical issues, no worries. Then we have Red.
Hi, I'm Mischievous Red. My pronouns are she, her. I am playing Megan Frost, the Cricket.
Cool, cool, cool. And Jazz.
What up? I'm Jazz. My pronouns are she, they, and I am playing Mo Jackson, the professional whose pronouns are she, her.
Awesome. Cool. And if you liked our story so far, and you like the story of other storytellers on Girls from These Worlds, please consider subscribing. Like it makes us feel great, and also it helps us out very much. So please consider that if you would like to support Girls from These Worlds. Also, content warning. This series will be focusing on the following elements: trauma and processing trauma, grief, processing grief, minor body horror, dark imagery or concepts, descriptive scenes of death, no gore, just very dark and eerie, illusions and alternative realities, memory manipulation, and just general creepy atmosphere and sometimes or another. Please take care of yourselves. If any of these things just don't mesh well with you, it's totally okay. You can step away at any given time. You can always catch this later on VOD, and that goes not just for the audience, but also the players here as well. So without further ado, we're gonna do our recap. So last episode started where Megan was traveling to Theo's brownstone to verify that it is Theo's brownstone in the first place. Brought her crew with her. So how did that go, Red?
Well, not very well. She got caught
Yeah.
by both the dog and the cat, and she knew it, and she tried to make friends with the dog, and the dog got very angry. But before then, she got a bunch of information.
Mhm.
Like, she got to see Theo's journal about some of his past. One of his journals. He had a lot.
One of his journals. I think I got to
the-
see 2 journals of his, actually. 2 different ones.
Mhm.
Oh, jeez.
There was his laptop, which her friend hacked into. Got to see an old picture where it's an age. Yeah, Ezra's just not. And then Ezra was with it too, in the early 20s. And then, yeah, on the laptop, there's just a bunch of notes about Ezra.
Cool.
And then she leaves a note for Theo.
And then you leave a note for Theo, yes,
Even
on
though
his
she
laptop
already
screen.
clearly knows she was there.
It's all good. It's all bueno. So yeah, and you get out of there after you are found out. If I remember correctly, I think it was because you had selected using magic. You attract unwelcome attention.
I think you got to for the story. You have to.
I had to. So I appreciated that very much. I was like, yes. So yes. So let's see. Mo and Willow meet up, or Willow comes and tracks down Mo after Mo kind of lost track of time, actually, of going from point A to point B. It's like, oh, it's probably nothing. Goes to report, and then Willow tracks Mo down because Cordelia gets taken, and then Millie vanishes in a blaze of deep magic. You want to talk to that? at all?
Yeah, Mo's feeling a little left out.
Oh.
So she calls her kids and is like, "Yo, what's up? What's happening?" And Millie hangs up on her, which is extremely rude.
Extremely.
And after confirming that they're all okay, Mo's like, "All right, I'm gonna let them chill. And they'll come to me if and or when they want to come to me," which is a lot of trust, I think. I don't know if it's
Oh.
deserved, but it exists.
Who's to say if it's actually like if it's misplaced? It's probably fine. But then there was it's probably fine. There was a big moment between Cordelia, Ezra, Theo, and Millie. Cordelia and well, Ezra originally brings Cordelia over to have a conversation, but wrong place, wrong time. Millie saw that, teleports to his apartment, and is getting ready to give them a piece of their mind. And then Theo walks through, and then there's a bit of a clusterfuck there. Cordelia, did you want to talk to that at all?
Yes. A few things happened. Nothing too much except for all of it.
Yeah.
Ezra seems afraid of the dark now. Millie s- decided to leave after confronting Ezra. And of course, by confront, I meant just vanished into the bedroom rather than the living room and then eavesdropped the entire conversation. Um, Ezra shouldn't be doing magic, but used magic to pull me there and had some choice words. And Theo knew about everything that I've got going on, and even saved some blood that I need for one of the reagents. And Cordelia is a ghost, as we know. But she nearly cried at that because Iris nearly cried at that.
Oh. I'm sorry.
No.
Also, Millie attempted, I don't know if you said that, Millie attempted to cut Ezra's arm off with magic.
How
Whether to
did I
cut it
forget
off
that?
or destroy it or just disrupt these sigils. Whatever happened first, hopefully would work. And Ezra did not take that very well at all.
Especially since I dove in front of the blast.
Oh, for sure, especially because of that. All right. So also Ezra kicks a second time, kicks Millie out of the apartment. But you realize that there's something wrong with Millie in terms of like some kind of emotions that are not their own. And you try to stop them from leaving, and they are able to rip the door off of like what is it, the keep on
Hinges.
forgetting what the latch, like the kind of like destroyed the latch of the door by ripping it open. And there's a whole bunch of question marks, but Ezra does not have time right now. So then that happened. Millie goes to sleep after having a short conversation with their inner demons. And then we transition back over to Megan, who finds out some very interesting news, actually, a couple of things.
Yeah, so Theo ends up calling her back first, and then he's very angry, reasonably so, and she tells him to be at the coffee shop, and then she takes a page out of Millie's book and hangs up on him.
Yeah.
And then she gets a call from one of her crew. It was Kat.
Yeah.
The cleaners are looking for Megan for a missing item. So Megan can't go home.
Yeah, and then calls Theo up again after hanging up on.
Oh yeah,
well,
yeah.
calls him,
Then
like
calls
messages
Theo
him.
is like, "I'm coming over."
And he was like, "What the fuck? You just hung up on me." So,
Hey, things change.
yeah, sorry, yeah. So things changed, and then you aim to go to. I think you also found out your imp got back to you about.
Oh yes,
the
and
crows.
he was chased by a bunch of crows, and I felt
Mhm.
really bad for him.
No. But you gave him caramel corn, like crumbled up caramel corn to soften the blow. So then after that, Millie witnesses the cleaners before going to their dorm and sleeping. Mo, you take Willow to your apartment because they're staying with you. But you get ready for your date. Did you want to talk about that? And what happened
Yeah,
also
Willow
after the
gives
date?
some very helpful makeup tips, which is great. And Mo is super nervous. Hasn't dated in quite a while. And I mean, like, was it a date? Really? It was more like a test the waters kind of thing, especially when she gets there. And Damien's like, yeah, wasn't sure what to call this because wasn't sure if you were available. And she's like, oh, right, I'm wearing my ring. I haven't taken this ring off since I got married. So she was like, no. And they, exchanged tragic backstories and this is sad. They exchanged tragic backstories, and she found out that Damien also lost his wife, I believe, also has a daughter. That was wild to learn. Hold on, I'm multitasking.
That's really fine. Can you imagine him being the same age as Mo and just being bachelor the entire time?
I mean, that's looking like he does. You're right, but like
looking like he does. It's like there's a reason. There has to be.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, so they had a nice heart to heart, and everything was totally fine, and then it wasn't fine. Mo,
I like how you describe these moments each and every time.
Well, everything was great until it wasn't. So Mo basically, I think, read from the menu or something like that, and then just fell into a flashback where she was at home and got to check on her kiddo, and her then husband was making breakfast, and everything was great, and it was really sweet. And then Dion was like, hey, you gotta let go of me. And she was like, we're not having this conversation. So that was really curious. It was also the first time it wasn't the first time that a memory didn't go exactly the way that she remembered, but it was the first time that she interacted with Dion, and it was like he was like, yeah, you gotta let me go, stop holding on to me. And she was very deep in denial. So and then I don't know what happened after that.
Yeah. Detective Damien sends you home in a taxi, but then
Right,
fade
that's right.
away. And then you fade away, and you're not entirely sure what happens after that. And that's where we ended. Again, a wonderful cliffhanger that was set up wonderfully. Yay! All right, okay. Then, without further ado, let us continue. We're going to be picking up at Ezra's apartment. It's a little after Millie left. Ezra kind of has other locks. Like, it's one of those things where, like, in New York, there's multiple, like, there's 2 or 3 locks. It's not his choice. Like, that's just how it is in New York. This is how the landlord set up all the apartments. So not terribly worried about the latch being broken, but also, like, it's just like doesn't always lock all of them. So he goes up one and locks it. He had gone back to the living room couch, and was kind of looking over the notes that Theo had left about the journal, or the notes about the journal. You notice that his hands are shaking just a little bit, probably because of everything that happened, and it's kind of hitting a little bit, maybe left over from his reaction to some of the lights going out. Also, his cousin just tried to cut his arm off. Also, like a couple of things. So he's putting on a brave face, but it's coming through very hard. And you can also see, like, there's broken glasses on the coffee table as well. That looks like he had attempted to, at one point, try to put it back together. So, like, there's super glue or whatever. It's not his glasses, it's Millie's glasses. So he's take a moment to look them over, but he did want to talk to you about things. It's just he's trying to calm down. So that's where the scene setup is right now.
Yeah, I'm going to just make some tea for Ezra. And I'll just like every 30 seconds I'm looking over and just seeing if he's still shaking, seeing if he looks like he's about to say anything, and just
I would say that like you didn't notice this a couple of times because when you looked away, he looked up at you. And then when you look back, he looked back away. Eventually, you guys cross eyes, and he's like, "Oh, well, thank you, Lori."
Of course, of course.
I'm sorry.
You have nothing to apologize for.
And I do. Like, you're right. I should have reached out to you or the team at some point. It's just going through a lot. But in typical me fashion, I try to do it alone, so I'm sorry.
No, it's... I think we both know that the lonesome route is... It's not the best, but it's certainly the easiest to start.
Yeah. But it got me here in the first place too, so I should know better. Anyway, I did call you here for a reason. I'm just trying to get my head on straight. I had wanted to talk to you about the ritual because I wrote down for you as much as I could, but I did my own research into it. I'm not sure where you left off or if you were able to find more information than I did.
I've made a few breakthroughs. Not enough, but I'm getting there. What were you saying? Sorry.
What breakthroughs did you have? I have a couple, more than a couple, but
I mean, you hadn't gotten to the point of me needing Theo's blood, or I guess any angelic being's blood, but I figured that out. I figured out that I'll need a body. Surprise, surprise.
yeah.
And the Dawn route, I believe it is. I've got someone getting some of that for me, and fashioning it as needed.
As needed, fashioning it for you.
To craft a tether, Willow.
Oh,
from
yeah.
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense actually. From the Fey realms, and you didn't have to offer something, did you? You did have to offer something. Like that was.
She said that she owed me.
Sorry, Gio. It's just like I see you. This is like okay. Well, that makes sense. Okay. Well, what I was able to find is that I guess I found one ingredient. Well, two, technically. It's what you kind of need for to stop soul erosion, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
And you see him like stand up, wipe his pants, like as he does, because he's probably feeling nervous, hands are sweating. And he goes over to the window of his apartment, the one that has like dry erase like marker on it, very tech vibes. And you can see in the bottom right hand corner, and you feel kind of Millie might feel kind of silly not noticing it, but it was a sigil in the bottom right-hand corner of the mirror that's kind of blocked out, and he wipes it away. And then you can see the room change just a bit. It had looked messy, but then it becomes organized chaos around the window and the kitchen table. And you can tell that like there's more like writings on the windows. There's a little bit more structure of documents and stuff like that. And he walks over to a part of the window, another window, and points out kind of notes that he took about two ingredients. And he states, so what helps with soul erosion is two potential things, I think. One is more not a great idea to use. It is easier to get. It's called Devil's Favor, is what they're called. It's the thing that devils use to traverse realms, I guess is the best way to put it. So when they take on a human vessel of some sort, whether by possession or just a dead body, depending, ethically sourced dead bodies or not, whatever. But the what ends up happening is they naturally secrete this residue. Is the best way to put it. You can ask a demon devil specifically for this, but of course, in typical fashion, you have to make a deal with one, or we can pick it up from Calico Avenue. It's just kind of the same deal. It depends on who's selling it, what they want. Sometimes they just want money, and sometimes they don't. Just gonna have to find out I don't know what the side effects are of that one, unfortunately. There's another one, similar thing, that does coding of the soul, and that is called Reaper's Breath. That one is that is harder to find because it is what people think ectoplasm is, but it essentially is what is left behind when a Reaper takes someone. And usually a large collection of it can only be found in a place where there is a lot of death on a regular basis, like a hospital or a battlefield. So it's rarer to find. So either we go to a location like that, take our chances on Calico Avenue to find any, or talk to a Reaper of some sort.
Right. Listen, I said that you don't need to apologize for not reaching out. Because you should not apologize for taking the space that you need or the time that you need. Which, while I appreciate all that you've done here, I'm now going to not apologize for taking the time that I need. And so we will talk again, likely shortly, but I need to sort through some things.
That's understandable.
And so you have my word that when you reach out next, I will answer, but it's been a long day.
I can't imagine. Yeah, I'll talk to you later.
I'm trying so hard not to say sorry right now, but
I'm too. I really am. Take care, Corey. Okay.
you too, Ezra. And with that, Cordelia is for the first time in a long, long while, about 15 decades, going to go look for her mom because that's who she needs right now. And so she's going to Mo's apartment.
Oh, mom. I had a moment of like, wait, which mom? But mom, okay. That hurt me. Okay. Oh, all right. So, you know where Mo's apartment is. I don't know if you've ever been to Mo's apartment before, but you know where it is, I believe.
Mhm.
It's also in Brooklyn. It's just about with ghost speed, it probably takes 15 minutes. And you get there. You face through a door or a wall, either way. It's dimly lit. Like someone put a lamp on, like a few lamps on. You don't see Mo automatically, but you do see Willow. And Willow is sitting on the couch, is covered in blankets. Like all you can see is the top of their head. And they are looking at Golden Girls. It's probably one of those things where it turned on and then they never changed the channel because it was just too goddamn fascinating.
Truly
And there
is.
and there's a pint of ice cream in their hands, and it is Rocky Road.
The
They're not paying attention to
Yeah.
anything. So continue.
No, you're perfect. The whole way over, Cordelia is just thinking that she needs advice, that she needs to know what to do next, that she needs someone to tell her what to do next. Because after everything that has happened today, and after, I mean, she now knows what she needs.
Mhm.
And she tried to do the right thing, tried to find Mo. But no offense, Willow. That's not who she found. And so she's just going to phase on over and just make herself sort of as small as possible, just sort of like compress her little ghost form. Willow.
Willow kind of almost drops their ice cream. Turns to you. I'm assuming you're sitting next to or floating over next to Willow.
Yes.
It's like, oh, hello. Oh, are you okay?
Where's Mo?
Oh, well, I went on a date with the
Right,
coffee man detective.
right, right. Just sort of. I need a favor again. Or two,
Okay.
if it's easy enough.
Definitely, if they were like they were still slowly, but they definitely extra slow put the ice cream pint down, and then turn to you, and then like fumble for the remote, and turn the TV off. It's like, okay, I will never. I don't want to say no to favor, mind you. Like in my nature, kind of want that. Give it to me, but why? You don't seem okay.
I guess the easiest way to put it is that possibly one of the things I missed most about a physical form is actually being able to do something about the pain. because when you don't have a body, you're just a mind, just a soul, whatever you subscribe to. It's all-encompassing. And so I don't want to deal with that any longer.
Okay.
I know that your nature as a death fae is not exactly complementary to your views on death, and that you don't enjoy taking lives.
No.
But I need a body.
You need a body.
And if we can swing it, some ectoplasm.
I cannot get you ectoplasm. But I can get you a body. Well, not ectoplasm. I'm assuming it's not ectoplasm because ectoplasm is not real.
No, but I'm sorry, what was the name that
Oh no, it's fine.
as you
Totally
put it,
fine.
it was
It's called
Death's
Death.
Essence?
Reaper's Breath.
Reaper's Breath, gotcha.
Oh, that's what it's called. Okay.
Sorry,
I can
street
get
name. It's
street no ectoplasm. Cool. I can get you a body. I can point you in the right direction for ectoplasm, and I can help you find it if you want me to.
very much so.
Well, you have your Caligo Avenue here. Every major city has a market of some sort. There is also the Fey Market, but I wouldn't bring anyone from here or there, personally. I can check there if they have it, but they normally don't sell anything that a Reaper would produce there, if that makes any sense. It's kind of hard to get, if for by any means someone were to give it to us, so we would owe them a great deal with something that we would definitely love to have, but we don't. Bodies, on the other hand, we definitely sell in the Fey markets. Don't ask questions. But what are you? Look, this feels so weird. What are you? What kind of body?
It just needs.
You need to see it if you're gonna house yourself somewhere.
Fine, I guess.
And they reach forward, tenderly grab your wrist so they're not like being rude or anything like that.
When I see her reaching, I'll extend my hand.
You feel a weird thing go up your arm. Like it feels like a static shock, not like painfully wise. It's just like go up your arm. They close their eyes for a moment. Okay, so I'm looking for your soul resonance, essentially, what matches. So I can find something that would match. I don't know what this would cost. I'm going to be very honest. This is not a blood thing. This is not a bone thing. This is a favor thing, a future favor thing.
I didn't ask for a cost.
Are you sure, Cordelia? I know I seem nice, but that could change based off of what my monarch wants.
I trust you. And I've done a lot of things in my past, and so it's nothing I won't be able to stomach. It's nothing that I think I won't find myself capable of.
Okay, if you are sure. I can go and get the body. I could show you what options there are. It's so weird.
What models do you have?
What models of human do we have in our markets? I will look that up and I'll show you. Okay. Tomorrow, probably early. I still have to the Dawn Root is being spun right now into a thread form for you. So I can bring both those things to you. What those models look like, or in terms of whatever. I will also warn you, depending on which body you select, there will be a history to it of some sort. We don't know what it will be. So I just want you to know that.
I understand.
What happened today? Why do you feel this way?
You were there when we scryed on Ezra. And he's been back for a short while, but long enough. Theo is a Nephilim. Millie is not in a good place. Mo hit me. Everything is happening all at once.
You took on a lot and didn't realize that it was a lot. This much.
I guess. And I know that Meg went to Theo's house.
What?
But who knows where she is now?
Okay. Y'all are very reckless, but also extremely interesting.
And I don't even have a way of getting a hold of any of them. That's another thing. As much as I work to get closer in this group, as much as I try to rewrite the things that I've done, which is not a short list, I can't use a phone. I can't ring someone up if I need them. That's not a grace that I share, that they do. And it just adds to the list.
I'm sorry to do this to you. Can you roll act under pressure? You set it up. So I was like, don't do it. I'm like,
That is a 5 on the dice. Therefore,
Okay.
that's plus cool. That's a 6.
Okay. Well, mark experience first of all. What happens with that again? Give me 1 second. Oh, it just doesn't say anything. So in general, react the way you think Cordelia would react to saying this. It sounds like Cordelia is feeling like a little beyond sad. How would this overwhelming information being said leak out of her in terms of either ghost ability or just how she acts?
I think that, for one thing, just as much as she's trying to make herself small and trying to mitigate or manage the pain that she is in to the best that she can, I think that part of herself is just leaking out almost, and like, so on shelves there are just books that are slowly starting to rattle and like be pulled off. There are little knickknacks falling off like the coffee table and the TV stand, and just I think that she's just like almost freezes for a moment. Is there any way to speed it up? The thread or the body or any of it? It's
Well, I can. Okay, so Willow stands up, drops the 3 blankets that they were cocooned in. It's like, if you need me to speed it up, because I can feel the energy in the room. I can look for the body now. The thread will take a little bit of time. That's definitely going to be a tomorrow thing. But I'm still going to have to look and give you options tomorrow.
How
But I
early?
could just go now. Okay.
How early would the thread be ready?
It'll be ready. I could check on it now. How about that?
If it's not too much, I listen. I know how much I'm asking, and I know that I might actually not, but death is something I am well versed in, and I know that this is not a small ask.
1 second. So you see, similar to like what happened last time when you were in Freyton, quickly, but it's a little bit quieter, not as grandiose. Like snaps their fingers, like a whip of shadow goes into a corner. From the center, it blows out into rippling blue energy surrounded by shadow. It's a portal. Um, they hold up a finger and they walk through. Few seconds pass. Like the portal closes. Few seconds pass, seemingly a few seconds, and it opens up again on the opposite end of the room. So it seems like they did like a it felt very continuous, like is the best way to put it. And they walk through. They look a little different now, actually. So like instead of their hair being up, now their hair is down. Their top has changed to look how they looked when they first came into New York City, which was very Reaper chic is the vibe, like New York Fashion Week. So they look like how they did before. And they are carrying a very, like, it looks like thread, iridescent thread. It is looped around their arm. It's looped around their arm, and it looks like, because I have it here for you. Looks like this.
Ooh.
Very beautiful.
Fancy.
Yeah, and it's looped in a like a coiling. Like it looks pretty long. Like it's a decent amount of it. You can also see a smudge of ash on their cheek as they walk up. It's like, okay, okay, got it. They're really
What?
upset with me. What?
Why are they upset with you?
Oh, don't worry about it. Here provides the thread to you. Time works differently in Faerun, so it felt like 2 hours in there. But here, the bodies they're looking for now, so I can look up. They full disclosure, they were upset that I was asking so much. They wish I gave them the whole order of demands versus like one-offs, but that's just their prerogative. It's fine. So yeah, don't worry. I'll get back to you about what they look like. Okay.
Thank you.
Did you want to finish Golden Girls with me?
I need to look for just a few more things.
Okay.
And maybe next time I can enjoy some of that ice cream with you.
I look forward to it. All right. What is Cordelia doing to wrap up her evening?
She is gonna try and go to the alley or Calico Avenue. And if she can find some Reaper's Breath, or if she can find some Devil's Favor, she is not being picky.
Okay. So I'm going to let you know now.
Mm-hmm.
that none of the stores are going to be open when you get there. But
Gotcha.
if you want to go there, either you found somewhere to like hold up until then, or you can do research while. How about this? Actually, I'll give this to you. There are residents of Caligo Avenue, and maybe you can ask people about an ingredient that might be necessary for your revival there. That you're missing one thing. There's just one more thing left. Either can you roll for me? Cool.
Six.
What's going on? Okay. All right.
He's not in a
So
good headspace. It's
no, it's totally like it. Okay, for story purposes, it makes sense, but also
Mhm.
like why you need to know what that last ingredient is. So I would say that you look for a vast majority of the night for this thing, and it since you don't sleep, I'm assuming if you want to, you can continue looking the entire time and then taking a rest somewhere, or you can go somewhere else before returning to look for what you need. What do you think?
I guess knowing that there aren't going to be any shops open and the search has been a little fruitless this early or late, I guess. Did Theo say where he kept the vial? Because if he did, then I might just go back and drop off the Dawn route and just sort of prepare in any way that I
Theo
can.
did not say where he kept it. No. I know where it is, but he didn't ask, so you don't know.
Then could I just spend the night searching?
You could. Are you okay with that? Is it okay?
I'm fine with that, yeah.
It's on
And
brand for Cordelia in the headspace that they're in. I just want to make sure that that's okay and that makes sense to you. That's all.
that is perfectly fine. Yes.
All right, cool. So you were searching, and I'll let you know what you find just because this is taking time. So
Yes,
like
of
you do
course.
not have to roll for any of this. This is just I am
It's like a take
literally
20.
hunting this. Yeah, like I am taking the time and hunting people down, and it's okay. I would say that you just because no one's been to Caligo Avenue yet. When you do get there, you know the process of getting in. There are caligo butterflies at the entrance of between Avenue C and D. And if you follow one of them, you enter through a bend in space time. It looks like there's several. It's like the mirror realm a little bit from Doctor Strange a little bit, just not as chaotic and like trippy. But it looks like there's several streets that make no sense. And I will show what that looks like if anyone else decides to go to Gallagher Avenue for any reason whatsoever, which probably will happen. But we're not going to get into that. Next, we are going to go to Megan. How are you?
Hi.
So you got some bad news about the cleaners are out for you. So you need to find someplace to lay low. And you told Theo that I'm coming over. Question for you. Are you bringing your team with you, or are you telling them to go somewhere else?
I'm telling them to do what they need to do to stay safe, but they should not come with me.
Okay. So Ace is going to, while y'all are walking back to where you came from, so you're kind of reversing your path from going to the core to Theo's house, like Theo's apartment, then going back to the core halfway. And now you're just doubling back, essentially. What you notice is that Ace has been quiet and they're on their phone for a while. They look like their heads down. When you get out of the subway, heading back to this really nice part of Brooklyn where there's brownstones everywhere, they stop on a corner and grab you by the shoulder to stop you from crossing. And they say, "Okay, listen. So I'm not as good at this as Kat is, but I did some research in Nephilim just so you have them, just so that you know what to expect. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Can you roll just in general? Just in general. I want to see if you pass or not.
2d6
Mm-hmm.
still? Okay.
Yeah, it's not. It's did nothing. Just don't want to see. It's more how much information do you learn. Good. All right. So. Excuse me. So what I found out is that obviously Nephilim are beings of humans and angels, or celestials. They don't like being called angels. Essentially, when that happens, usually that celestial no longer can go back to the celestial realm, or they rather not. We don't know why, what the reasons are for that. The other thing that I've come across in terms of Nephilim is depending on what the parent is or what kind of celestial it is, will depend on what their abilities are, the Nephilims. There are different types. There's different types of celestial bodies and entities. So they have a lot of abilities, a vast range of them. So that'll be kind of important. Another thing that I'm kind of not sure if he's celestial or not, so like this is kind of throwing a wrench in it, is all of them can fly, or all of them have wings of some sort. He doesn't really use them, is what I've noticed, if he is a Nephilim. They can float, they can fly, they can teleport or something like that, usually indicative of wings of some sort.
I do think
Mobility.
he tries to be pretty discreet.
So, okay. But like,
It'd be a pretty cool trick. Like, why wouldn't you use it?
yeah,
I
like I
get
was just
it.
like, why wouldn't you? Like, I would use that all the time to get in and out of places. Shit.
Mhm.
Like, I would need lock picks, nothing. Just all right, anyway, sorry. The dream.
Mhm.
Other than that, the best way to tell what a Nephilim is like, well, like they hide themselves very well. There's two forms of them. There's the human form. Uh they still look weird, like in some capacity, but they put a glamour on as most supernatural beings do. There's just telltale signs normally, such as some way to hide their halos if they have any, or their wings, or their eyes, because that's a known thing. Usually by tattoos or scars or something. Um, so they just look like they might be tatted up or irregular in some way, but no big deal. Um, the second form, however, which blows my mind, is they're giant. They're huge. Like they're big, like very very big. So I can't see that in my head based off of what I saw, but hey, we've seen a lot of things, so why not?
Is it easier to tell, like, who their parentage is or what type of powers they have in that form? Or is it
Yeah, for sure. Or whatever abilities they use in any form they're in, but they would have to use them in the first place. They don't have to. That's the good thing, I guess, about it. But yeah, that's about it. That's all I was able to find.
appreciated, as always?
You see Marcus also uh, essentially was like, okay, well, I'm going to look for a phone for you because you yeeted yours into the Hudson River.
I did do that.
Yeah, you did. So I'm gonna look up. I'm pretty certain one of my guys has like a backup phone or something. Not core personnel, like friends. So I can get that for you. It might be a flip phone, I'm sorry. But it is what it is, you know. So until you get another phone, it's a better way to stay contacted, right? Or Cat might find a way to find you because it's Cat we're talking about.
I figured.
Yeah. So at least she can keep an eye on you, but for everyone else, I'll get that phone for you.
Mhm.
I will come check on you tomorrow if to make sure everything's okay. Right?
Yeah. I should probably find one of my team members to stay with. Since I don't have a phone, they don't have any way to contact me. So that might be the responsible thing to do.
Okay. Sorry, you still
But
going to Thea to talk to him
I'm
first?
still going to Theo. It's just I might not stay at Theo's. I don't know.
Gotcha. All right, cool. Totally understand. So so after that, like you're on the corner, they split off, going three different directions. Very like Ocean's style of like no one going in the same direction, right? And you continue walking down the street to Theo's apartment. When you get there, different now, the lights are on when you get there. Um, the front patio door, like the front lights in front of the door is on, so it looks like someone's home, obviously. Um, and you walk up to them. What do you do?
She
You're
just walks to the
walking
front door. Just
so
walks
you
through.
walk through the front door.
If it's unlocked, like she's just gonna assume it's unlocked and walk through.
Okay. You open the door. You try to cross the threshold, and you can't.
Can we not talk?
So the door's open. There's no one in the hallway yet, and
Oh,
then
she's
you
like
see.
yelling it.
So you're yelling at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you still open the door though.
Yeah.
So Theo, you see come from the living room into the hallway, arms crossed. I'm sorry, people. I keep on forgetting to actually show the characters, but Theo rounds the corner, dressed differently than you saw this morning. More casual, but well fitted. I would like to say athleisure again because I love when people wear athleisure. It looks really cool. But hair is up in a ponytail, arms crossed. You see that the scarves go down his arms, up his neck, face obviously, and his face looks extremely stern. And he walks over to you and he's like, "We could talk. I was just giving you a little bit of same thing you did to my house. I did to you."
I mean, that's fair. I was announced this time though.
Mhm.
But it's fine, I get it. But I feel
Sure.
like this conversation might be important for both of us.
He like dead eyes you for a second. He's like, "Why is the court looking for you?"
Why are the Fae looking for you?
See, I have more collateral on you than you do on me. I hope you know that.
Yes and no.
Hmm. Question for question then.
They're looking for me because I took something.
What did you take, Megan?
I will say I don't have it anymore. I don't think.
That
Megan doesn't
doesn't
have it
help.
anymore. She
You do not have it,
okay.
no.
Okay,
You
yeah.
definitely gave it to
Like
Elle.
just making sure.
That
Um
does not help.
it was a blade owned by the Lady of the Lake. Needless to say, she took it back.
Um, what was the name of it?
The blade?
Hmm.
Did I
I
have a
can
name
tell
for
you
the
if you
blade?
don't
Okay,
remember.
yeah, I don't
Yeah.
remember.
It's called the Divine.
The Devine.
So you tell him that.
Yeah.
Are you going to tell him that, or you're
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't fucking know? You gave. Do you even know what her name is?
Do Fae really ever give their true names?
You don't know what her name is, do you?
No.
Okay.
I wouldn't expect so.
So you worked. So I'm assuming you're working for the Fae.
Do I get my question now?
Why are the Fae following me? Or why do they want to know about me?
Yes.
It's not exclusive to Fae. It's just most greedy beings want to know about where Nephilim are.
Why?
At that, you suddenly feel that pressure that was blocking you dissipate. So you can enter now. He lets you in. He's letting you in. He steps to the side.
I figured this would be a conversation better for indoors, but
Stop being a smartass. And then he closes the door as you enter. Tea.
I'm a bit keyed up already.
Understandably.
she's
He
pacing.
walks. You're pacing. Okay, so he enters the living room, and you're pacing in the living room as he sits down. It's like most beings find out that celestial essence of some sort can do a lot. Can make the impossible possible. When you find out something like that exists in the world, don't you want it?
I mean, don't the Fae already have that ability to an extent?
Not to, as you wonderfully said, bring people back from the dead. Not bringing things from realm A to realm B. And people can make deals with me and not have too harsh of a drawback. So people sometimes try to find one to make a deal in exchange for future service, for maybe a year or two off their life. Better than eternity of servitude to a demon, or for a favor from a fae. That's nebulous.
You've kept so much hidden from us. Why should I want to help you over them?
Why does me hiding who I am because I've been used before, why does that have anything to do with you? I've never harmed you. I never hurt you in any capacity. I've only made sure that you were okay as your handler. I don't ask for anything more or less of that. So why does it on your shoulders to determine if you give my information to an entity you don't know anything about?
I mean, seems pretty equal for whatever I decide then. I guess I was hoping you could provide something to put me in your favor.
Like what?
Why I should trust you over them?
Why should you trust them over me? What did they do for you that made you more trustworthy with the entity and not needing their name, their actual name? What name
I'm
did
gonna
they
guess
give you?
I'm gonna guess Theo is not your actual name either.
It's one of my names, yes.
Okay. I'm guessing that's not enough.
Did you want
L.
to know my other name? You can ask. I'll give it to you. But I'm guessing you already know because you've been looking through all my shit.
I haven't done anything with that info yet, though. And see, that's what
Blackmailing
I'm
me.
trying to do.
You're
No,
literally blackmailing me right now.
this isn't blackmail.
What the fuck is it then?
Literally,
Because
just if you give me a reason to like you at all
what
as a person.
reason? What do I need to do to make you like me? That is so subjective. Like, what do I need to do?
show me that you're a person worth keeping safe?
I bought Ezra back from death with the help of Millie.
Was that really his will?
He made a deal with me 10 years ago. I asked him not to. He asked me several times in a row. I've known him for his whole life.
He asked to be brought back.
He would have preferred to be alive. It was either that or he stayed a ghost, and he stayed in service of me. It's the exchange of our deal.
So that
wasn't-
was the deal, that he be your ghost servant, like would still remain.
I
as
don't
your
want him to
servant?
be my servant. Let me be really clear. I'm not asking him to do anything for me, but this is okay. This is how it was supposed to go. And he kind of steeples his hands and leans forward. He wanted more power for one reason or another. He's known about me for years. And I told him that I would never want to be in a deal with him or anyone, to be honest. But he kept on asking after a certain amount of time. And one day something happened, and it convinced us both to make the deal. It was meant to be a temporary thing in general. I wanted him to adjust the deal eventually to be something else or take back the deal, because you can nullify it if you wanted to. But he died, and I wanted him to stay safe. That's why I told him to become a seeker instead. A safer branch than a hunter branch. But he went on an assignment alone, despite being told by me and Smo and everyone. And it seemed like it was fine, and it wasn't. And I couldn't get to him. I would have years ago, but I couldn't get to him.
So I'm a little confused. Get to him to do what exactly?
I'm a Nephilim. I'm a celestial. Celestials have wings. I don't have my wings
Save
anymore.
him.
I would have saved him in a heartbeat. But I can't. I couldn't. Might as well, only mobility-wise, be a human.
Last question. What did you do to lose your wings?
They were taken from me.
Why?
Because humans sometimes are horrible. But they are great for, they're also capable of great good.
Can I do? I'm trying to think the best way to do this for as a role.
Okay.
So
Just tell me.
I want to figure out like if he's like good natured and like really wants to protect people, or if he's hiding something.
Let me see.
I think investigate a mystery might be the best because I have the what's being concealed here question.
I think so.
Okay.
I think that might be the best way for this, because I don't think you have like a move specific to like find out what, like, you know, like what a monster is doing, because it's monster, everyone. I don't know if you got that. But
I wasn't sure because he's half and half technically.
Yeah, like I'm counting him as just because. But yeah.
I'll take it. It's a pass.
It's a pass.
Question is, what is being concealed here?
So you wanted to know if he's being good natured, he's hiding something.
Well, if he's genuinely like good natured, or if he's like hiding something more malevolent about him.
He is telling you the honest truth the entire time. He's very irritated with you because you are a little human in comparison to him, but he also doesn't have wings to do anything about it. So he's like, yeah, this human comes through my house and like touches my shit and then demands shit from me and whatever, like, but he's keeping that down is the best way to put it.
Okay. You mentioned yourself that you know how the Fae are, that their deals are more precarious.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like I had much of a choice after the acceptance. I didn't know what you were then, who you were, which is why I'm asking these questions.
My question is that why did you make a deal with the Fae in the first place, Megan?
Same reason Ezra made a deal with you.
What is up with humans and just wanting more things? Like more power, more things in general.
I mean, I made a mistake in thinking that I had built potentially some sort of like, what's the word I'm looking for? Repertoire is not it, but like something
Some sort of
similar with her.
Rapport?
Rapport, thank you.
Yeah. So you're saying like, oh, you thought you built some sort of
Yeah.
rapport. Well, I will tell you this. Fae are, if she's a Fae, because might not be. They're extremely manipulative, is the best way to put it. Or some of them are bound to listen to whoever their ruler is, if they have one, or if they are one. On top of that, I wouldn't say they know how to lie because they really can't lie. It's not what they're good at. But they know how to trick around a lie. They know how to tell you the truth in a sneaky way. Silver-tongued and all that jazz. But whatever that is giving the divine to an entity that you don't know. That's dangerous, Megan.
She would have killed me. I did not
And-
have a choice on that.
And I understand that, but the core will not see it that way.
I have ideas on how to deal with that.
I'm not gonna ask. I'm just not gonna. Okay.
Probably for the best.
You know what that dagger can do?
Can kill anything.
Do a little bit more than just kill anything. Did they tell you what it can do?
No, and frankly, I was a little terrified of what it could do. I've handled enough artifacts to know when I should ask questions and when I shouldn't.
In the right hands of a powerful being or another, usually Fae, it can also open doorways to other realms and cut through realms. You can't do that naturally. In general, you have to do prep. You have to do a whole ritual thing. Set up time. The dagger's like a secret door to do that. And depending on who you gave it to, it will depend on what they intend to do with it. That's why it's kind of important to know who it was. If it went to who it belongs to, that's better than the wrong hands, if that makes any sense. But
She did call it hers.
everyone thinks they're entitled to things. So I'd like to know for sure, but
So then I guess that leads to a bit of a dilemma. I can help you with what information they want to know about you and give you a head start, but that would make her angry, to say the least.
you already got your end of the deal, I'm assuming, and you just need to give up your side of the bargain, right?
And I can do that and give you a head start, but she won't be happy.
Did she tell you what she needed the information for? You don't know, do you?
Once again, I
You were
have
terrified.
ideas. I don't want to say them until you give me an answer, though.
Okay, what do you need? What answer do you need? What other answer do you need from me?
I mean, would you rather know, or would you rather me get the information?
Get the information.
Well, then.
I know how to defend myself against Faye, which you had a Faye following me too, I'm assuming.
But you did do something to her.
Yeah. I didn't hurt her.
Can you only remove memories, or can you change them as well?
Remove them. I can, I just wouldn't personally.
Do you know the memories you get rid of?
Mhm.
So did she know what Elle wanted with you?
No. That's a smart choice, by the way. Don't tell your subordinates what you're looking for, just what to do.
One potential option is I tell you, you erase me telling you. She can't trace it back to me.
You want me to erase your memories?
Just that one. But I'd like your help.
With
The whole item debacle with the cleaners.
mm-hmm.
Gives you the head start, gives me information from her, which I can
I
then
don't
also give to you. And I get help with the situation.
you know it's okay, this is you can't tell what her intention is with me, but my understanding is that either I have two options based off of my experience in being chased. Either she's gonna come banging at my door, or she's going to want to have a conversation, a meeting of some sort.
Both of those would be predicated on her knowing where you live for sure.
Right. Just tell her where I live and end your deal. And don't make my conditions don't make another one with that being. You know what? Don't make any deals in general with any entities of any sort, ever.
Ever. That's a pretty
Unless you do
extensive
research.
stipulation.
Unless you do research into them, you like actual, honest to God, name of being, what they can do. Don't just dive headfirst into it and think everything's going to be okay.
Is this a magical deal where I need to like have the terms memorized, or is this
Don't
person to
be
person?
smart ass.
I'm being serious. I need to know. I need to know how limited I am.
This
for
is not a
this.
magical deal.
Okay,
This is
I
like
just wanna
on
make
good
sure.
fucking faith. Please do not make deals with entities you know nothing about and hope that things are going to come out sunshine and rainbows at the end. Because guess what? It normally doesn't.
Okay.
Send her the information. And I'll prepare for her.
If you change locations, that seems like the easiest way.
No, I'm not changing locations.
Well, and she kind of pats him on the shoulder. It's been good talking to you, Theo.
You have like 30 seconds to get out of my house.
She was already walking.
And you go. Now, whose house are you going to?
I think so. Mo's the only one who lives off campus. So to Mo's, I guess.
Okay. All right. So you go to. Like we'll follow you for a little bit. Then we go. You're gonna also in Brooklyn. So it takes about. I would say 25 minutes, perhaps, to get to Mo's apartment. You get in there after the conversation that's been had. I would say that Cordelia's not here. It's just Willow there. And Willow, you see, has changed back from the Reaper chic back to their cozy attire, and is slowly putting the blankets up. Do you have a key to Mo's apartment, or do you need to knock?
Does she need a key? She's probably gonna pick the lock.
Right, you know what? No, you're right. Yeah, you know, like why did I even I feel like I should make you roll to do that, but
Sure.
I feel like okay, like I was like you do this often, so I feel like this is kind of
We can roll for fun of it.
Okay, so sure, then just sure.
Okay, well,
For some reason.
not.
Okay,
She's
so
fucked up the lock.
I would say that it's not like you did bad. It's like you would have been able to do regardless, but it's very loud. So it's just so Willow is like pulling up the comforter and stuff like that. Here is just the knob jangling, the like just tools working at the hole. Then Willow rips the door open like, "Be gone, human! This is not your realm." Oh, hi. It's not. Hi. Why are you here? Why is everyone coming to Mo's abode?
I can't go home. I need a place to stay.
Is everything okay?
Define okay.
You know what? She just steps to the side. Come in.
It's probably for the best.
Closes the door behind them. Has a blanket over their shoulders as they were like getting ready to threaten whoever's at the door as well. It's like, so you couldn't go home. Mo's apartment seems to be the hot spot for people having not so great days. So I will tell you what I told Cordelia. Mo is not here. Mo is on a date right now. Not sure when they will be back, but you can stay until they do come home. Or until you need to stay here. So yes, I have taken the couch. I don't know if there's another place to sleep.
Megan probably just lays down on the floor in front of the couch.
This is so precious. It's Mo's kids. All right, so then you lie down. I would say that like Willow gets you a blanket. Did you want to talk to Willow, or did you just like, nope, I'm just gonna chill out here?
She's gonna chill out because Willow's too close to Elle.
Ah, that makes sense. So yeah, so it's like, so gives you a blanket. I would say Willow opens their mouth, get ready to ask you something. Tomorrow, I'll ask tomorrow. It seems like everyone's having a day. So I would say that you get cozy. Probably Willow gives you a pillow off the couch as well, so that you can prop your head up on something. And then it goes back to watching Golden Girls and turns the volume down so it's just like nice white noise for you in the background. And with that, I'm going to say we take a break here, everyone. We'll be back shortly. Toodaloo. Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Again, if you enjoy the story so far, and you enjoy the stories of any other storyteller that you've seen on Girls on These Worlds, please consider subscribing and helping any way you can. It's very much appreciated. But now, let's get into the story. Now, you are woken up by sun in your eyes. Very sad. Like, it was one of those kinds of things where it kind of hits you out of gradually. Like, it feels like you're home right now. But and you feel cozy. There's a blanket over you. There's a skylight is what you notice as your eyes flutter open. And you realize you don't know where you are at all. When your eyes open to the window, you turn to the side. Your nightstand's not there. This is not your bedding. This is like an attic. Like the best way, it looks kind of like an attic apartment loft or something like that. Very warehousey-ish. It's very nice, but like it doesn't look like this is anyone's place. It just looks like a random guest room, I guess is the best way to put it. There is next to your bed, like someone put like a stool and put like tea and crackers or like something like to eat in general for you. There's like dangling like fairy lights above you that's not on. You don't know where you are. And it looks like, based off of the sun, it looks like it's about 8 o'clock in the morning, 9 o'clock in the morning.
Do I have a hangover?
No. You have a very minor like headache, but like it's clearly not a hangover. You don't feel groggy. You don't feel horrible. You feel like you had a long night. You just don't remember too much. You remember Damien putting you in a taxi and you driving off to you gave your address, or you were getting ready to, and then you don't remember.
Oh shit. I like sit bolt upright.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell? What the hell? Is there any like personal like pictures or anything that could tell me where I am? Can I see anything out the skylight?
When you look at the skylight, well, after I tell you this, you can like do an investigative mystery of the room. But when you look at the skylight, you realize that the sky is a different color, and you realize that it looks like different, like the it's bending in different directions is the best way to put it. So you know where you are in terms of, at least in New York City. You know you're in 𝐭𝐤𝐾 Avenue right now, but
Right.
you don't remember going to 𝐭𝐤𝐾 Avenue. You don't have a reason to be at 𝐭𝐤𝐾 Avenue. You wanted to go home.
Okay. Wild.
Mm.
Okay. Bonkers. All right.
Okay.
Cool. So I've relaxed a tiny amount. And I guess I will, well, first I will look for my phone.
Yes, I was gonna say, like, your phone. Yes, you look around. On the other side of the bed, there's like another stool. So like this is their end tables, whoever the fuck this is. And there's a charger to the wall, to plug up your phone. And as you reach for it, it goes off with a message.
No one doesn't know any better. I'll read the message.
Okay. You're fine. Don't worry. Nothing bad happens.
Okay, cool.
I'm not gonna bother you too much today. But can you 1 second. So, you don't have a D4 on you, do you?
Yeah, I do. Of course I do.
Oh, please roll a D4 then.
You peel the stick now.
You can also do it electronically in Roll20.
I can also do it electronically, but where's the fun in that?
Yeah, like
There
you
you
gotta
go.
have the feel in your hands of the D4.
I got 2.
Yeah, 2. Okay. So you see the message is Willow. So you get a message from Willow. It starts off where like they don't seem to know how to type. But it could just be like they fumbled. And then they're like, "Oh, I don't want to bother you if you had a good night. Dot dot dot. But I just wanted to make sure you are okay. Your kids have wanted to talk to you? Question mark. No pressure." And that's it. You also realize that there is several messages from several people. Some are more concerning than, "Where are you? You probably had fun last night." One of them is Damien. Damien had been messaging you to make sure you got home okay. There's a message back saying like, "I'm worried. I'm okay. Don't worry." You do not remember sending that. Then a message later in the evening, like, "Okay, I wanted to make sure you got home safe." Nothing. This morning at 5 o'clock in the morning, "Hey, are you okay? I need to make sure that you're okay. I don't know where you live, so I can't check on you." And then one maybe like 20 minutes ago, like, "All right, I'm going to call Willow to see if she's talked to you." And that's it. You have another message from trying to remember her name, Janice, that says there is, and this one's like last night and this morning. "Mo, we need to talk about Megan. She's in trouble. Call me back when you get the chance." And then this morning again, "Is everything okay? Where are you?" And then finally, you get a message from what you assume, based off of how it's being written, Jack. Jack, the R&D person. It's like, "Hey, you should come in this morning. I have to talk to you about stuff. And I would prefer to talk to you before I talk to Aurora because this is please. So these are all messages. The one being the most is Damien because he knew exactly where you left and he never heard from you afterwards.
Okay. And just checking the like date and time. It's the next morning, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. I will shoot off a text to everyone who talked to me.
Right.
So Damien, I'm good. Thanks. Willow, you know, I'm good. Got a little lost. Are they there now? Are they there now? I'm on my way.
Okay.
And then I will call. Well,
a lot of people are worried about you. So now
I know this is weird.
Mm-hmm.
I'm supposed to be the worrier. To Janice, I'll be like, what did she do?
Okay.
And to to Jack, I'll be like, give me 5 minutes, I'm gonna call you.
Okay.
Yeah. Is that everybody? Did I get everybody?
Yeah, you got everyone. Yeah, you're good.
Okay, cool. Okay, and then I'm gonna get up. I'm still in my clothes, right?
Yeah, you still have a little bit of makeup on your face,
Oh
but it
God,
looks
I'm
like
sorry.
someone
Is it
wiped
on the
your
pillow?
face, or like you attempted to remove makeup from your face at some point. So it's not like mascara and eyeliners on the pillow.
Okay.
But
Cool. And then I will look around, I guess. Yeah.
investigate a mystery of this space.
I'm gonna investigate. Do. Investigate. Boom. Yes.
There you go.
Oh boy.
No. So I'll give you
Going great
something.
tonight, y'all.
It's all good. Everyone's kind of like really close or just failing, it seems. So what you don't notice anything that like you're very tunnel visiony right now.
Mhm.
You kind of want to get back to your kids. You want to get back to your house. You don't know where you are. You kind of want some answers, to be honest.
Mhm.
The only thing you notice is that there is a door.
I'm gonna go out the door.
Okay. So you go through the door. There is a stairwell going to the next level down. And then you enter a vast space. It was kind of like jarring because you're not entirely sure how this worked. It's very, I wish I could describe what this looks like. Very grandiose. Like it's very like,
Great.
there's a lot of magical, it seems like magical items. It seems like there's a lot of, like foliage. There's a lot of potions. There's a lot of items that look kind of ominous but contain. So like there's like essence of something swirling around in a bottle. It looks like there is glass domes or windows that seem to go off into other rooms or other realms, but that it's a look. It's not actually another realm. It just looks really cool. And it's organized in a way that like people can walk around through aisles or through stacks, but not in a normal like retail way. It just seems like kind of hodgepodgey, but very pretty as you're walking through. So you're on one level, and then you see like there's a stairwell going down to another level, and when you go down there, you see no one's here, like and then you realize that like it's probably not open. Calico Avenue doesn't really open until like 9:30, 10 maybe. But you hear someone downstairs. Hear things moving, like they're moving things around. Like you can hear like a cash register being opened and probably someone counting something. Um, that's what you got. Someone's there.
Hello?
Yes. Yeah. Oh, hi. You're awake. And you hear a feminine voice calling you from the front of the establishment.
Yeah, I will go there. Do I recognize the voice?
No. You have no idea who that is.
Of course not.
All
right.
So you walk up to the front and then you see a woman standing there. Has very vibrant, deep forest green eyes, pixie haircut, with black hair, very dapperly dressed. Very much like has like one of those like I don't know how to describe those, but it's not a bow tie. It's like string tie.
Yeah.
Has like
know what it's
a
called.
vest with a filigree styling on it. Fully covered from like neck all the way down. Very sharply dressed. Has one earring and a cuff earring as well. As they look at you, and they also have like random beauty marks on their face as well. And they turn to you as you emerge to the front of the store. You're very hesitantly, I'm assuming, walking to them, and then they slowly lift a hand, and it's gloved. Like, hello, dear. How are you? You had a bit of a morning. Is everything okay?
I did?
Well, morning,
That's not my
evening.
first question. I'm sorry. Who are you?
Oh, my name's Audrey.
Audrey.
Yes.
Nice to meet you,
Mhm.
I guess. Where am I?
Oh, you're in my store. Welcome to the Collector's Conservatory. Pleasure to make your acquaintance again.
Again. Oh,
Yes. I
yeah,
mean, we
that makes
didn't
sense.
talk that long, but you didn't seem okay. So I just gave you my room because I tend to work down here anyway. So you just needed a moment to rest your head. This is what I got.
Okay. Thanks.
You're welcome.
What happened?
What happened?
Yeah, what happened? I don't
My
remember.
understanding, you seemed lost. You came to my store. You were looking for someone, and then you looked kind of tired, to be honest. You looked like you were getting ready to pass out. And then I told you can stay for the night.
I am so sorry.
Um, why?
Well, because I didn't mean to impose or
Well, you're more pleasant than
put you
most
out
of
of
my
your bed.
customers, so that's not really anything to apologize for.
Yeah, I don't usually get that messed up, to be honest with you. I'm not sure.
Did you have too much to drink, or
I must have, right? Because
you seem
otherwise
like a
I would,
woman that can hold your liquor, though? So I don't know if that.
ordinarily, yes, and I usually don't let myself get that involved, I guess. So I'm a little bit, I'm a little bit embarrassed. Uh
Don't worry, water under the bridge. Is there anything I could do for you now?
no.
Perhaps.
No, you're great. Thank you. Audrey, right?
Yes.
Um no, this is good. I need to go. I got stuff to check on. But thank you. Do I owe you anything?
No. Just possibly further patronage one day. That might be benefit.
I don't usually come down to Caligo pretty much ever, but I got people who do, so I'll send them your way. What do you sell here?
Oh, what don't we sell? We sell many things from different realms. We sell anything from fairy dust, that's actually a thing, and like all the way down to souls, if you wanted to. Uh, soul fragments, anything.
That's cool. Uh,
Question. Did you want to use your move? Because you asked several questions.
I did, yeah. What? Okay, let me look it over again.
You got it. I'm sorry if it was confusing. That's totally my
No,
fault.
it's okay. No, it was perfect. I just I think that Mo is very confused right now.
No, you're totally fine. That makes sense. So I'll do a descriptor once you select
Cool.
What you want to do.
That'd be fun. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'll use it.
Okay, so roll weird if I remember correctly, and tell me what you get. Or well, tell me. Yeah.
Oh yeah, my weird's +1 now. That's so weird.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh, okay. I mean, it's a no. So what question did you want to ask me?
I think I get 2.
Oh, you get 2. What 2 questions did you want to ask me? I wrote this. I know what I'm talking about.
So the first one I wanted to know was, what are you thinking right now? And let's see. Ooh, fun. Tell me one secret you haven't told me.
All right. What are you thinking right now? It's after you ask the last question, what do you sell here? They like grandiosely like explain in their establishment what they have. And you get the vibe of, oh, I hope that she like stays, maybe buys something. Oh, I hope that she's okay. I wonder what happened last night. Da, 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 da. There's a little bit of static over, not static. It feels like static to you, but it feels like it's weirdly filtered thought wise. But you don't read thoughts on a regular basis, so you don't fucking know. But it's just like, oh, interesting. And then what's one secret? Uh, you don't know about this person? Is that what it is? Or
Literally anything. I don't know anything about this person.
They know someone that is close to you.
I don't know who.
Mm-mm.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
Oh, did you my store? It's
No, not about that. You said, or I thought you said, you know someone close to me.
no. I don't know you, so I don't know who I would know that is close to you. Well, do you know a magic practitioner? Well, that's my specialty.
I don't know. I know a bunch of people. That's odd. I'm sorry. I thought you said. I must be tired.
Well, did you need some refreshments of some sort, or a moment, or like maybe a coupon to a nearby store that could get you some refreshments as well? That might help with revitalization.
Thank you. No, thank you. I think I'm good. It's nice to meet you. I will send my friends your way. thank you for taking care of me, and you have a lovely store.
Well, thank you. That means a lot, and adjust their tie. I was like, thank you. As you are talking to them, you hear like the door jangle, and sorry, you hear the door jingle. The door opened. It's open now, and you see someone walk through. It's someone with a hoodie pulled up, hands in their pockets as they walk in. You are not sure who that is as they walk in. Can you roll sharp for me real quick?
Yeah. Sharp. Hey, yeah. Jesus.
Did you want to use luck or no? It's entirely up to you.
I know, but the thing is that my kid's in trouble and I'm gonna need as much help, not help, but like I need less obstacles from the core as I can possibly get.
Right. How about this? Before you use luck, if you were getting ready to go in that direction, also roll weird for me.
Also roll weird?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Look at that. You're more weird than you are sharp for some reason. like that doesn't seem right for Mo, but whatever. Dice go off.
I'm not questioning things. Listen.
I'm not questioning it, but I'm like, that's not these rules, man. All right, anyway, whatever. So, you're looking at first because you don't like what you notice sharp wise, which isn't that much, but it is enough. You should know you should be able to see this person's face. You can't for some reason. It's kind of like the hood pulled up. You can't make out their face for some reason. Weird wise, that feeling in your head comes back. Similar to what happened when you talked to Millie earlier. Not Millie, Willow. When you kind of talked to Audrey just now. You can hear this person's thoughts like kind of a little bit is what you're starting to notice because this is the third time this has happened. It's just like, the fuck is this? Is the best way to put it. You can't make out what the thoughts are saying, but the thoughts are in a voice that you recognize.
Who is it?
I don't know. They walk through. They pause a little bit at the door, but then they go up to Audrey. And they're like, my first patron for the day. How may I help you today? This person is talking. You can't understand what they're saying for some reason. But Audrey's able to talk to them just fine. Yes. Okay. So, what do you need? So you need some chrysanthemum. You need some of this. You need okay, and then like goes to the back to gather some things quickly, and then comes back, and then like, oh, and then what was that last ingredient? The last thing you said? Reaper's breath? I don't think we have that. I can look for it. There's other stores though, but that's kind of rare. Why would you need that exactly? Yeah, like that person just keeps talking away, and they're just gathering everything that this person's asking for them to get. It's like, well, I'll look in our stores, but and I'll get you the other items, the herbs. It sounds like, but I'll check if we have any of the Reaper's breath. Give me 1 second. Oh, Miss Mo, you're still here. Do you need something?
No, I was just I thought, do I know you? And I point to the person.
Me?
Yeah.
Maybe. You know what? I'll be back. You can keep looking for those things. I'm gonna head out and look somewhere else, but I'll be back in like an hour. Cool.
I would
Bye.
like to use my ability.
Yes, go ahead.
It's weird, you said?
Yes.
Wow.
God
Nope.
damn.
I think I
It's
still
just
get
so-
one question though. It's just
Yes,
that they
but this
know.
person's going to be aware of what's going on.
Yeah.
So what question did you want to ask?
So the question I want to ask is, well, first of all, I would like to know if they're lying or not about knowing me.
They definitely lied just now.
Okay, I didn't really
So
need
you
my ability
cannot
for that, but
technically
yeah.
ask a question.
Oh, so I can't ask a question because it has to be the truth, right?
But you do know that they lied about knowing who you are.
Okay, cool. Weird. Don't like that.
Mhm.
Can I just like reach out and pull off their hood?
Oh yeah, totally. Like they're like, yeah, I'm gonna go. You can look for the things. I'll be back in an hour or so. Yeah, that works. And then there's this, and you definitely see someone that you definitely recognize. It is your boy. It is the boy. It is Ezra. There, who gets caught red-handed. Looking very much alive. Hair still white. Eyes are brown. One is lighter than the other. And when you pull the hood down, you realize that like there is like around the rim of the hood, there's like sigils on it. And probably why you couldn't recognize the face or discern the voice at all. So yeah.
Ezra,
Hi Mo.
what? Okay, I got several questions.
I have questions too. I'm kind of curious why you're in Caligo Avenue at 8 o'clock in the morning, but I do understand why you need to ask me questions as to why.
Yeah. Yeah. No, the biggest one. Yeah. What's going on?
With
What are you doing here?
I'm getting stuff. I'm getting things. I'm getting
Yeah.
stuff.
What's Reaper's breath?
It's ectoplasm.
Try again.
Spiritual ectoplasm. It's yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. It's Also, what was that?
What was what?
You did something to me just now. I didn't know you know how to use magic.
I don't.
Right. Well, it's Reaper's breath is supposed to help. It's an integral part of a revival ritual that I am currently working on. For Cordelia.
Okay. Okay. Revival for Cordelia.
Mhm.
Not for you? Because you're already alive.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, were you gonna tell me or
Yes, I was. I was going through a couple of things, and I'm still going through a couple of things, and I don't feel well. But
okay?
I am physically okay. But being brought back to life normally comes with a lot of extra baggage. So that I'm still processing right now. So I'm trying to figure that out. But also, I didn't even know how to explain why I'm back or the conditions of why I'm back or anything like that. So I was being awkward as I normally am, and I didn't know how to approach the conversation. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. I understand. And honestly, I kind of knew that at least they were working on trying to bring you back. I didn't know necessarily was successful. Also,
Did no one talk to you?
not really. We were kind of put on probation for a while.
Oh, I know that. I meant like Millie or Cordelia or anyone like since yesterday?
No.
Wait, why again? Why are
After
you here?
Millie
Like,
hung up on me, I
all
haven't
right,
seen any of them since or talked to any of them since that I remember.
that you remember?
Ezra, um,
So you don't know how you got here?
I think I've been losing time.
He makes a very similar face to you with like, hold on, wait a minute, hold on. And then as like he's doing that, Audrey comes back around. And he's like, all right, so I have all the ingredients, herbs that you asked for. Sounds like you're making a very interesting potion there. And in terms of Reaper's Breath, I don't have that, but you can get that from another store, I believe, somewhere around here. But I do have a Devil's Favor, if that does help with a decent substitute. And Ezra's like, I'd rather not, but I'll come back around if I can't find Reaper's Breath, because today's the day to get all the things. But thank you for that. It's good to know that you have it. Thank you. And then he reaches forward to grab the item. He's like, oh, hold on, I still need compensation. It's like, oh, right, compensation for the herbs. What do you want? Is Ezra. So it's like, a future favor. And it's like, is that normally the compensation here? I thought it was like some sort of gold exchange or like a retelling of a story or some weird currency depend. It's like, oh, it's dependent on where you're going, and like this one here, it's for a future favor for me. Can you do that? He's like, yeah, fine, whatever. Just like I'll take
That a good idea, Ezra? Is that a good
it's
idea?
probably not, but I kind of want to get this done.
I'll do it. The favor.
No. She's like,
Ignore him.
oh, a favor?
I'll do the favor.
Like, Ezra's like, I don't think that's, you don't have to do that, Mo.
I'm doing it. So shut up.
He sucks his teeth. And she's like, all right, cool. And puts her hand out. Firmly shakes it. You feel a sudden like energy drain from you. You don't lose health, but it feels like, yes, something was taken. This is affirmative magic bullshit. Yes, cool. So
Hate that
she's
shit.
like, and deal has been made. Thank you. So I will be seeing you. If you come back for that Devil's Favor, that is. And it's just like, I'd rather not, but appreciate it. I would say, are you leaving, or did you guys plan on leaving?
I'm not gonna have this conversation in front of
Okay,
a
so you are
stranger
leaving.
who saved my butt, but still a stranger.
All right. So as you're leaving, you notice in the window or like near the window that there is a birdcage. And in the birdcage you see a like a cockatoo. But it's like a mechanical, a well-made auto, what is it, like a automaton? That looks at you. Like, hi, Mo.
Can we get out of here? I hate this place.
Yeah, sure, definitely. And you'll walk
Why does
out.
that bird know my name?
I don't know. So you were leaving. You guys are walking down Caligo Avenue, which I get to show you what Caligo Avenue looks like, and I'm really happy about it. 1 second. I know you're here. Don't mess with me. All right, there we go. So,
So pretty.
very grandiose. Feels like it's a little bit like a city built on top of a city, mirror realm. So I don't know if Mo has actually fully been to Caligo Avenue, but probably 1 or 2
I
times.
feel like I might have accompanied.
Yeah, you might have
Ezra
accompanied, but you've
once.
never like hung out. I would say you're in a part of it that you've never hung out before. So you've never even seen this store before. And and it's bustling. It's starting to become alive. It's not as busy as New York City normally gets, but uh, you are going in a direction that's less crowded, I would say. And Ezra's walking beside you, and he pulls his head back up, but you can hear him because he's talking to you, realizing it's probably an enchantment. He's like, "So, what is this about losing time?"
I don't know. Yesterday, I felt like there are a couple of times I was in a place I don't remember going to. And then last night in particular, I remember getting into a cab to get back home. And then I woke up there.
Theo kind of talked to me about this. Didn't something happen to you yesterday?
What? What do you mean?
Like you opened a book that you weren't supposed to or something like that?
I mean,
Mo.
yes. Oh, shoot. That reminds me. Ezra, hold on for 2 seconds. Don't go anywhere.
What? Okay, I'm not
I
gonna.
will literally attach myself to him, and then I will take up my phone and call Jack.
Call Jack? Okay, cool. So you dial Jack. You pick up the phone. Like he picks up the phone. They pick up the phone. And it's just like, "Hi, yes, Miss Jackson. How are you? You're okay, right? Yes."
That's a weird question, but yeah.
I'm a little concerned because you opened up the book, and I found out
Yes, we have
information
established
about
I
the
opened the
book.
damn book that I was not supposed to open.
I
Can
know
we
you know
skip
you
past
opened a
that
book, but you
part?
don't know what it is. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's you need to get back to the core right away.
Why?
It's not a corrupting thing only. It's a corruption thing too. And it- I don't know what made it, and I'm finding that out right now, but it tried to get out several times and it almost did. It almost broke out of
What tried to
the
get out?
containment.
What are you talking about?
The journal tried to get out several times.
The journal tried to
Yes.
escape.
Yes.
The book. The
It
book
tried
that
to-
is an inanimate object.
That's also magic.
Okay, fair. That's fair.
Cursed and like able to corrupt living beings. Yes, that thing. Yes, it well, I'm guessing that it's trying to possess you.
What?
Whoever made it. I don't know what happens to the people that use it, but I think it takes over them. And then when it takes over them, it passes the book on to someone else. And then it takes over that person, and then it keeps going.
Okay.
And like the good news is that if you get back into the core, we can just do a cleanse on you. There's nothing wrong with that. But the thing is that you might try not to come back to the core, and I need you here.
I got stuff I gotta do, but I'll head back to the core as soon as I'm done with that.
No, you need to come back now. Are you losing time? Are you losing more time?
Yes.
Do you remember anything from the time lost?
No.
If it happens again, then it's going to be a lot harder.
I got someone with me that'll take me back. There's something I gotta do first.
Okay.
I just have to make sure my team's okay. Okay? And then
Aurora's
I'll be right there.
Aurora's asking me what's going on. I have to tell her this.
Tell her I'll be there in like an hour, maybe 2.
You do also know that one of your teammates is like being chased by cleaners, right?
Megan.
Yeah. She took something, and it's kind of a high level thing that she took, and the core's not happy, and yeah.
Okay.
I can hold off not talking to Aurora for a little bit, but if you can get back here in like 2 hours and do a
Yeah.
cleanse, then you'll be fine. I just don't want y'all to like have a bullseye on you anymore.
No. It's fine. It's fine. I will figure it out, and I will see you in 2 hours.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Good work.
And thank you. Thank you. He says it's like a sudden escalation in a happy direction, and then he hangs up. Ezra is looking at you. One side of the
I need a
conversation.
favor.
What?
I need a favor from you. Not the magical kind, just the friend kind.
Okay.
I might be possessed by a book. I don't really know.
I'm
I
sorry.
need you to make sure. No, it's fine. I need you to make sure that I get to my apartment and to the core in about 2 hours. No deviations.
Okay. I can do that. Yeah.
Okay. We're not telling the kids.
I'm kids. Like, what do you mean?
I mean, the other kids, the younger kids, they don't need to know. I'm gonna get detoxed in about 2 hours, and so we don't have to worry about it. But honestly, there's a lot going on right now. Willow texted me saying that the kids have been looking for me, and Megan's on the run from the cleaners right now.
Why is Megan on the run from the cleaners?
That's a long story, honestly. And honestly, I don't know if it's my story to tell, but
did she take something?
Mostly, yeah.
Fuck. I thought she was done doing that.
She is.
You can't really see his face because he the enchantment on him, but you see him tilt his head.
That I know of. What do I know? They don't tell me anything.
So your answer to for them not telling you things is to not tell them things? Granted, I don't have any room to say anything either, but also
they'll just freak out about it, and this will be resolved soon. So there's no point in making them worry and getting caught up in other crap, my crap. We don't gotta worry about it.
Okay. All right. Heading back to your apartment then.
Yes.
And then I would say that Cordelia, how are you? You're here somewhere in Calico Avenue. Correct? You're muted if you are talking. Okay.
Sorry, yes. I think that I'm definitely somewhere in Calico Avenue. Probably also getting turned down about the Reaper's Breath several times, and not wanting to switch to Devil's Favor, but starting to consider it more and more.
Gotcha. All right. So, because I said that I was going to give you something, because you were looking into stuff. Right. So, you know that because you are being turned down a lot by Reaper's Breath because it is extremely rare. It is not. It was one of those things where everyone thought it was like a rare item. It's now extremely rare because of the nature of how to find it. One person says that you can technically harvest it yourself if you go to a place where there is people dying often, which can be a hospital. But you can also talk to a Reaper. There are a couple of places that a Reaper might hang out, but they tend to not want to be seen, I guess, or like they tend to. It's not like they're invisible. It's more just like you just can't perceive them. Is the best way to put it, unless they want to be perceived. Every walk of life is here, including the not life. So if you there is someone points you in the direction of a bar called the Night Creatures Lounge. So that's where literally most night creatures are. That would be anything from ghosts, vampires, demons, devils, reapers, and stuff like that. Anyone is invited in general, but that's what you're going to mostly expect to be there. They're not open for bar activities, but they are open in general for people to come to talk to them if they want to. So you might find a reaper there is what one person says, and then another person says that what you'll probably need as well is a elixir of some sort. That is the missing component to your ritual. It is an elixir that is meant to revitalize the body that you have to temporarily be alive but empty during the phase of the ritual. So what it's supposed to do is bring the body to life for tethering purposes, as if it's just like, oh, they're just in a coma kind of thing, or they're alive but in a coma, and repair any damage that is minor. So like that's why don't try to find a body that's not fully damaged. So if it's like, oh yeah, they might have died from drowning or something that's very not invasive or doing a lot of damage, then it's just healing it to be as best as it can. And they don't know what the ingredients are for making that elixir, but you can also buy that elixir somewhere.
Gotcha. Then I guess first things first, if I can find the find a place to buy the elixir, if not the ingredients.
Okay. I would say you come across the collector's conservatory. Actually, people point you in that direction because that's where all ingredients for potions are. Like, if you need it, I got it. Like, I got you, fam. Essentially, is what this is. So you face through the door, and you are the only one in the store. You see, once again, you see Audrey there, but you don't know that's what her name is. She's like putting away stuff after like setting up, like after like dealing with customer actually, and says that like, oh, hello, welcome, man. This is the first time I've had this many customers in such a short amount of time. Like usually it's like 1 or 2 an hour, and but it's a decent amount. So yes, what may I help you with today, dear?
Yes, I am looking for a few things. I guess it's really 2 items or 1, but that will depend on your wares.
Mhm.
Looks like you have an incredible selection, might I say.
Why,
Um,
thank you. It's
yes,
isn't it wonderful?
certainly, yes. So I'm looking to I'm looking for some Reaper's Breath, and
Oh.
also something to contain it.
Oh, well, if let me just tell you, dear, if I did have it, which I don't, because someone had literally just asked me for that just before you got in here. It's weird. Normally doesn't happen. But yeah, Reaper's Breath is we don't have, unfortunately. But whenever we have something like that, we have it contained already for the person purchasing. So don't
Oh,
worry about
wonderful.
that.
Got you, got you.
I can offer something else though, which is Demon's Favor or Devil's Favor. If it does the same thing, it's just there might be a higher cost as it goes with devil essence in general.
Um, how much of a cost would you say?
Okay, well, when it comes to Devil's Favor, it comes from a devil. Um, I'm not sure which devil it is, but you are technically making a contract with the devil that you're buying this from because a third party
Yes,
on
of course.
behalf of them. Reapers is something that we collect. It's not tied back to the Reaper itself that like distributed. But if you do that, I could look up which demon that is tied to, and you are technically indebted to whichever uh, devil presence is you're looking for. They would collect whenever they wanted. The condition, like there's a whole contract that you have to look at and read and and everything like that when it comes to it.
Understood. Hmm. I think if it's all right with you, I would like to roll just an MV check to see if it's just like, has it just been too much? Is this just
Maybe. So what I'm gonna say, okay, before you do
or
that, it's
yes?
like, but how about this? Someone's coming back. Because they are also looking for Reaper's Breath. And they were gonna look to see who had it, possibly to tell me who has it so that I can possibly buy it from them if they have more. Maybe I can wait for them to come back for Reaper's Breath if it is the preferred choice over Devil's Favor. But do you still want to roll envy? Even after that?
I think it distracts her long enough to think if she had to wager a guess. Obviously, there's so very little to go off of as to who this could be. But how big are you on customer confidentiality?
Oh, not at all.
Oh, goodness. Perfect. Might I ask who came in?
Oh, well, I had someone stay overnight. That uh, me-
Congratulations.
oh no, 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 not like that. No, I wouldn't brag about that. At least not. Oh, anyway, my point is that someone
Very well,
stayed.
yes.
They were having a rough night and they were leaving. But it seemed that whoever came in asking uh, uh, for Reaper's Breath knew them. They had an enchantment hood on of some sort, but it was a young man with black hair, white
White streaks.
streaks. Yes.
Shit.
What?
I guess, did it seem like he did any magic aside from the enchantments?
No, no magic.
Okay, good.
Just it looked like it was just an enchantment that he like everyone has can enchant their clothing well
Yes, yes.
before. Yeah, but yeah, he just was gathering stuff. He was gathering stuff for an elixir, which is very interesting elixir, and then uh, asked for Reaper's Breath as well.
And I assume that he turned down the Devil's Favor.
Very hard, yes. I offered it several times. He said that if he had to, he would come back for it, but he was going to go to another store to see.
Mm. Okay, fine. I think maybe now there's the time for that check.
Okay. Roll act under pressure for your enemy.
That's a 10.
So you passed just fine. So you are feeling a certain way about, even though like it's kind of a mixed feeling of, oh, I need to get this done as soon as possible. This is the fastest way to do it. It's right here. It's right in front of me. All I need to do is a favor to an unknown entity of some sort, but at least like the contract's there, so I know what they want. But then you think that Ezra, that was definitely Ezra. Like, there's like no way not, especially what he was asking for. That he is gathering the ingredients for you like at speed that you would like, and you're hoping that he can find the Reaper's Breath. And the fact that he also is like, if I can't find it, then I will take the backup plan. But he's trying really hard to find Reaper's Breath right now, and that kind of quells that desire a little bit.
Do you said that the Reaper's Breath comes prepackaged, I guess. Do you have any spare packaging?
Yes. That would be free. She goes to the
Thank
back.
goodness.
It's just an empty containment.
Okay.
Goes to the back. There's like a jar, like a jar that's to the hole, has like a little lid on it. And it just looks like glass, but like you get the vibe that like there's something about it like lined on the inside that might help with it. It's like, all right, so if you are able to find it, here. By the way, if you do find it, please tell me where so that I can get some for myself. That will fetch a pretty favor later.
I'd certainly lead that back to you for a favor of my own.
Ooh, yes. Okay.
Okay, cool. Yes,
Yes.
it doesn't have
Did
to.
you want something else? You seemed like you wanted to like look up the like ingredients or something.
I mean, it's just it was either that I was looking for Reaper's Breath or Devil's Favor, but and a means to hold the Reaper's Breath. And I'm sorry, wait. So, is there an elixir that has to be in the vial to take on the Reaper's Breath, or is it the Reaper's Breath like just you just need the cork it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. Pop sound effect. That was like but no, so like the Reaper's Breath is something, and then there's an elixir that you can take that is something different.
Oh, okay.
So that helps
Okay,
with
now I understand.
revitalizing the body that you're getting ready to take over essentially.
Got you. The elixir that a friend of mine came in and got, did it seem to be something that would revitalize a body, perhaps?
Oh, yeah. I I never really thought about it that way. It's usually a rejuvenation potion of some sort. It's used to like rejuvenate health
Very
over time
rejuvenating.
kind of thing. But yeah, you could give it to like a body as well. Yeah,
Very
it's a
well.
very interesting concoction mixture. It's usually like, oh, look at that. It's, okay. Like just like like literally face of like props. Okay.
Grand. Then, against my better judgment, what direction did they go? If
Oh,
you
again, no customer. Like we just go down and make a
no,
right.
no.
They went that way. Yeah.
Okay.
It was only like 5 minutes ago or so. So like you probably could
Oh,
catch
shit.
them. Yes. Take care.
Yes, you as well. I think that I have a lead on some Reaper's Breath, and if it pans out, I will let you know.
Alrighty. I would say you follow. You are gonna catch up to them, but before you do, Ezra and Mo, while you're walking, um, you kind of make a right turn, and it's not an alley per se, but it is a path going to another side of, um, like I'm assuming you're trying to leave, like you're trying to get out of Calico Avenue to go to
Yes.
your apartment, right? So Ezra knows shortcuts to get out. You've seen him do this before because this is kind of one of his turfs, is the best way to put it as a magic user. As he's turning down this path, getting ready to like go through his usual shtick that you're used to, there's 3 people standing there already, and they're blocking your path. Ezra's like, normally no one's here. I'm sorry to bother you. Can I just get past you? If that's okay. Are they listening? Ezra kind of leans over.
Get behind me.
Why?
Because I don't like the look of this.
Yeah, like, there's usually no danger here, so it's. And he's like, okay, well, first of all, I'm not stepping behind you. like you don't have to protect me. Okay, so.
I definitely don't have any weapons on me.
Yeah.
No way. I was going on a date.
Yeah, exactly. Like, so I will say that would Mo carry like some like a weapon, not necessarily a gun, but like maybe something else?
I mean, yeah, inevitably. She is a soldier or was a soldier. So she
You got
probably
combat
has.
boots. Do you have like a boot knife?
Yeah,
Okay, we'll do
100%.
that. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, so as you're saying that, you see the person in the middle advance on you at a rapid pace all of a sudden. They are charging you, and we're going to cut over to Red at that
Oh
moment.
boy.
Megan, you wake up in the morning, like you wasn't in the morning, obviously. You wake up, both you and Willow. Willow, I think, was up before you and had messaged Mo about, I don't want to bother you, like if this is a date thing, or you had a great night or whatever. But also you see Willow kind of pacing in the kitchen. There's like like an open plan, so like the kitchen living room space as you come to.
Is everything all right?
No. Mo didn't come back last night, and that could be a good thing, right? I've heard that, like, like that could mean that she had a wonderful night, right? But isn't she the type that kind of like updates people?
I mean, we could see where she is.
I kind of jumped the gun and I messaged uh Damien to come here, and then we can work from there. But I'm just getting bad vibes. That's all. Like it's just that's what it's called, right? Like when you don't feel great and the
You're
vibes are
catching on
off.
quickly.
Yeah, thank you. But yeah, something doesn't seem quite right. And he's on his way. And I would say at that moment, there's a knock, like I have heavy pounding on the door. And it is Damien that walks through. He looks frazzled, but comfortable. He's wearing a hoodie this time instead of his leather jacket. But usually he's wearing everything else he normally would. Like this time, just like a white tee, same kind of pants from yesterday, and boots. He looks a little tired, but that might be because of reason. So, Willow rips the door open when he does. Then it's just like, "Hello, coffee man, welcome." And he just looks at Willow like, "Why are you calling me that?" It's like the third time you called me that, like in the last 2 days. Like, oh, it's a thing. It's a whole thing. We'll talk about it. And he looks at Willow, then looks at you, like, yeah. Did you? Mo got back to me, but it seemed weird. So I was just. Have you seen? Have you heard from her? Do you have your phone? Did you call her?
I don't have my phone actually. She like checks her pockets and she's like, "Oh yeah, I had to get rid of it." Um, but can you keep a secret?
Both Willow and Damien exchange looks. Sure.
Okay, so first, she wasn't with you last night. I don't want to see anything that I don't want to see.
What?
Did she stay with you at all?
Oh no, 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 no. No. We didn't even get to talk that much. I don't know. She was crying, um, and then she left.
She's
We
been
were
going
talking
through some
about our
stuff.
yeah. We talked about histories, I guess, and maybe it was just too soon. That's all. That's at least what I thought. And then she didn't get back to me at all, and I thought maybe like I did something, and
We might be able to see what happened. Um,
uh,
what time did she leave you?
um, 8 o'clock, 7:30.
Okay.
7:30.
So Megan's gonna go find a mirror,
Okay.
and she's gonna use magic to observe another time, like place or time. Can I see what Mo did potentially with it after
Yes.
she left Damien? Okay,
Mhm.
cool. So she's gonna do that. No whammies. Okay, not the worst.
All right. Sorry, I don't know why like nothing is showing for me. There we go. So choose a glitch.
It has a problematic side effect.
Okay. I have to think about that one second. So are they following you into what you say? You're going to like the bathroom or looking for like?
I feel like I feel like Mo would either have a mirror in the bathroom or her bedroom. Megan's not going in her bedroom.
Okay, so I would say the bathroom because like it's
Yeah.
everyone can go there to go to the bathroom. So yes, mirror above the sink. They kind of like follow you. Like but obviously like Willow knows what you're getting ready to do because she's seen you do it before. Um, you do the thing. You do it really quickly. You don't even know that you might have missed something. But you do that. Um, so you see the moment that he's talking about where he pulls up to the curb, like the taxi pulls up. He opens the door for Mo. Mo looks like she was crying because there's just a little bit of mascara, not a lot, just a little bit of a run. And it seems like they both want to say something, but like they respect each other's like privacy, I guess, in that one. Taps the roof as the car goes off. And you follow from the mirror view inside of the taxi. And you realize that Mo um looks kind of lost a little bit, but then all of a sudden you hear someone talking to her in the passenger seat next to her. Um and you see someone you don't recognize, like it just looks like a random woman, dark hair, eyes entirely black, looking at Mo. um and then as they talk to Mo, it looks like the same thing happens to Mo. Mo's eyes go black, and then uh the taxi speeds away. Mo talks to the taxi driver, and changes destination to someplace in Caligo Avenue. You're not sure what the address is because you can't quite hear it. And then at that exact moment, because it has a problematic side effect, both Mo and the woman in the passenger seat look at the mirror where you are.
Cool. Um, is it progressing any further, or is it like just stopped?
It stopped, and they're still looking at you.
She's gonna try and break the connection
It
if
does
she
not
can.
work.
She's gonna break the mirror.
The mirror does not break. Sorry, I'm just gonna like keep this up.
Oh.
Sorry.
Uh,
Willow and Damien's like, is that supposed to happen? Willow's like, what is this? What's going on?
Megan's gonna use more magic to. Hold on. Does Megan have any magic weapons on her? Oh shit. What'd you say? I was panicking.
Don't make me laugh in that voice. It's horrifying.
Don't make me panic.
Panic. Sorry, I should have trigger warning. I didn't expect you to choose a problematic side effect. Hold on 1 second. Is that you, Megan Frost?
Who wants to know?
The doll maker. Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
I guess the pleasure is all mine. I don't know anything about you.
And then we are going to end right there, everyone.
Fine. You're terrible.
I know.
What?
But what if we didn't?
What if we kept going? Unfortunately, no, we have to end it here,
No,
everyone.
I know.
Thank you, everyone, so much for staying tuned for episode 5 of Arcane Core Seekers, Black Sheep's Clothing. We're going to start from reverse order for the cast. Jazz, who are you and where can people find you?
I'm stunned.
Yes.
Hi, stunned. I'm Jazz. Wait. No, I'm Jazz.
That was
Also
a
known as
mom
Cinder
joke if
Squirrel.
I've ever heard it. Oh my god. Go ahead, continue.
Also known as Cinder Squirrel on Twitter for now. I don't know what's going on with that, so we're gonna figure that out later. You can find me here at Girls Run These Worlds on Mondays for the Arcane Core, and Thursdays, except not this Thursday because that's Thanksgiving, for Invincible Sword Coven. You can also find me on 𝐬𝐴ZZDD's channel on Tuesdays, and I feel like there's one more, but I can't remember what it is. I'm sure I'll figure it out. If you want to be updated with everything that is going on with my life, I post mostly on Twitter for now. And yeah, I'm this is a great session. I'm
sorry.
nothing else to say.
Red, how are you?
I'm terrified. So I'm Mischievous Red or Red. I've been playing your wonderful crooked Megan Frost, who perpetually gets into trouble. I can be found here, of course, on Mondays playing this lovely Monster of the Week game. I'm also typically found on Sundays at 5 p.m. Eastern on Mixtower Studios playing a wonderful Toreador vampire in their Vampire the Masquerade game. I am also one of the co-founders of Huntsman's Hydra, and I'm gonna have my own game starting soon. I'll be a Vassan actual play, so it'll take place in the late 1800s, the Industrial Revolution in Europe, and it'll be solving mysteries. And then I'll start probably December or January, so stay tuned on my Twitter.
I'm so
For now.
excited for that. I'm gonna sit in on that. I love investigative shit. Sorry. All right. So Vin is not here. Unfortunately, there was some technical issues on their end. But you can find them on Twitter, posting for now. I'm gonna keep on saying that too. You can find them on Twitter at VinVoxVA. They normally post voice act, like casting calls, usually for TTRPG or voice acting. They're in a lot of stuff, so you should check that out. They're like kind of always like in something, and it's really cool. So please check them out. Iris.
Hello, my name is Vin. My name is Iris Wynnum, and will continue to be. My pronouns are she, they, and they will also continue to be. I've been playing Cordelia, pronouns she, her, and I've been playing the Monstrous, maybe for a little bit longer, who knows? Let's see how this ritual goes. I'm also scared and doing my best.
I'm terrified. All right. So, hi everyone. I'm Sade or Ambrose, she, they pronouns. You can find me on Twitter at @SSAmbrose_. Everywhere else as SS Ambrose. I just made an account on Hive social. So SS Ambrose is where that I am there. But yeah, we'll figure out what's going on with Twitter right now. But right now, I am prepping mostly for PAX Unplugged, where I'll be doing 3 different panels. One of them that I'll be moderating, which is, wait, what is that again? UX design in TTRPG in games, which I'm really excited about. GMing for your first time, and out of the closet and onto the table, I think is what it's called. So queer representation in tabletop RPG. So those are the 3 that I'm doing. I would say I'm also prepping a couple of projects that I'm waiting to hear back in terms of start dates. So I'm really excited about both of them. Both of them are on the creepy side, which I'm really excited about. It's been a while since I've been a player. And I'm also working on other secret projects right now that I cannot talk about. So we'll see how that goes. But until then, you can also listen to the Lovely Craftians podcast. We are currently on hiatus, but you have never heard of it or listened to it. You have 4 whole seasons to catch up on. So if you are a binge listener, everyone, please check that out. Again, thank you for watching with us and participating with us. If you liked this story and you like other stories told by the amazing femme people here, the players, the storytellers, everything, please consider subscribing. It helps us. It helps with keep the upkeep of the channel as well. And just show them some love in the direction of all these amazing people that are putting their time and energy into this thing. So y'all are great. But yeah, with that, we are reading over to Feywild and Out, which I love that. They're playing their D&D campaign, so that's what we're going to be reading over to. But until then, we'll see you next Monday, everyone. Take care, because in typical fashion, I did my cliffhanger. I didn't think I would have one, but y'all set it up very well in the last moment, to be honest. Look at y'all go. But yeah, talk to you later. Bye-bye.